Okay.
for whatever reason.
All right, it's 5:30. We'll call our workshop to order. Ms. Lynn, if you will, please call the roll.
Councilmember Toles.
Here.
Councilmember Benson.
Here.
Councilmember Quisnap.
Here.
Councilmember Hennings. Present. Councilmember Bosworth.
Here.
Councilmember Reed. Excuse me. Councilmember Wolf.
Here.
Councilmember Reed.
Here.
Mayor Phillips.
Present.
Sorry about that. Just see if you're awake.
All right, so the first item we have on our workshop agenda is to discuss filling the future vacancy of District 4, which is Ms. Katrina Henning's district. We've done this in the past. I was appointed when I got on the council, so I only know that one way that we did it. I don't know if there's anything different that you guys have been a part of in the past. I don't think, based on my understanding, there's no set state standard for how we have to do it, but,
We interviewed,
There is kind of sort of.
no.
But how you come up with that person, no. But we're gonna have to declare the vacancy.
Yes.
And then we're gonna have to fill the vacancy within 60 days, or you lose your ability to fill it and it goes to the
Oh,
voters.
wow, okay.
Right.
want that to happen.
When is the actual swearing-in date? I did,
My swearing-in date is November 11th,
okay.
so it's a full week after the general election.
So we have time. We're not
Yeah.
crunched for time, but those kind of deadlines sneak up on you. So I think it'd be great to figure out how we want to go about arriving at that person. I know when I was appointed, we turned in resumes and a cover letter, and then came to a council meeting and interviewed, and so the council had the opportunity to ask questions, and then there was I believe it was a roll call vote.
I think the mayor made a recommendation at that time, and then somebody would second it in the past. That's what we did. I think
yeah,
that we did that
I
at
think
that
that
time.
is, I think that's correct.
Is that what you're thinking?
yeah,
Okay,
um,
yeah.
Does anybody see a reason why we shouldn't proceed
No,
with it the
I think
same
that's
I
way
would
that
do,
we
I would
did?
do it the same way. Same way, when I was appointed, it was done the same way. We had an interview.
With the mayor.
And we voted on the person,
That's right.
yeah.
Well, do we want to set a deadline for those that are interested in the position to send in a cover letter and a resume?
I
That's
think we
great.
should.
Yeah.
When would you like to see that deadline set by? I mean, we need to allow for plenty, we have time, so we don't have to make it immediate, but I think it'd be good to have something by the end of
We
September.
need to move on it, yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah. I would say the end of September. That'd give us all of October.
All of October
Look
and
into it.
and at least one meeting in November, and then technically, we still have 60 days after. We won't take that long, but we would have 60 days after Ms. Hennings vacates the seat, so let's just say, we'll say that we will put it out there and expect resumes and cover letters by all of those who are interested in filling the vacancy in District 4 to be in by the end of September. To give
think that's
ample
great.
time.
Yeah.
I would like to think that anybody who's truly interested and invested in it is probably paying attention. I don't know, I can't remember how we put it out last time to inform the public, other than announcing it in a council meeting.
Yeah,
Any input?
That's fair.
yeah, I think that's great.
The, Lynn, anybody that applies or whatever, I would not be a part of their decision-making, correct? Or how does that work?
I feel like
Or
you
I
get
would
vote
think
if
she
we
would.
Do it before you're
Make,
declared.
Well,
could she still?
well, like I said, before you can actually make the appointment, you have to declare the seat vacant.
Right.
So, that would be a vacancy, so voting on filling it
So I
would
might
be
be
the
in the initial
remaining
process,
7
but
members.
I wouldn't be here to actual.
We couldn't vote on it officially until it was
Yeah.
vacated.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
And you cannot declare the vacancy and fill it at the same meeting. It'll have to be declared vacant at one meeting. And you could call a special meeting, but you'll declare it vacant at one meeting and then fill it
Okay.
at a subsequent meeting.
And
So if
one of
we-
those meeting be where we interviewed, and the next time we'll vote.
Oh, no, we're gonna have like cake and all kinds of stuff.
Alex planning that after party.
Going away party.
So I would say we just proceed with that. Expect that resumes and cover letters expressing their interest would be submitted by the end of September. Then that would give us October as a council to, if you want to call them and talk to them, get a gauge for whoever may be putting their name in. And then we could declare the vacancy at whatever meeting is appropriate, and then we'll vote, and run through the process at the next meeting, so.
I think that's
I think that
great.
gives us plenty of time to vet, and
Is there a certain time that I need to vacate the spot? Like, I can be here for that first meeting of November, but then,
We'd
No,
like, we'd like for you to work both of them.
Until you are sworn in for the other, you,
I
you
can
don't,
stay
you don't have to vacate it before you're sworn into the next one, unless you choose to.
okay.
In
Alright.
2 meetings, you have 2 meetings.
Thanks for putting us in this position, Katrina.
We're proud of you.
We're proud of
In
you.
the event that there's people that are not sure what district they're in,
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a map of the district that, maybe we can put on the website or something that's,
yeah, I think it should be
Yeah, that's a
accessible.
great idea.
it should be on there, but I thought I can put one up that's just District 4.
That's a great idea.
It's got some strange boundaries.
Yeah, it does, it
Yeah.
reaches out some odd areas.
Shanghai.
Uh-huh. All out
But
there.
yeah, having that accessible would make a lot of sense, so, because there's gonna be a lot of people who may not know what district they're in. All right. Any other discussion about that? All right. So the next item we have is the discussion to reschedule our city council meeting, conflicts with Labor Day. That'll be the first Monday in September. We discussed this a little bit at our last meeting, but, anybody have some opportunity to determine when? That's, September the 7th is when we're scheduled to have the meeting, but
Could we do it in August? Could we do it on the 31st?
No, because we have to
Have
have
to
2
s-
meetings in each month.
In a month, yeah. I'm available anytime, so just whatever works for
I
the
can't
people.
do, I can't do the second Monday.
could we move it to Tuesday?
Tuesday would
And
be
have it
fine.
same time on
Any
Tuesday night?
Tuesday.
Let's
I'm
just
fine
move
with
it
that.
one day and,
What, just on the second?
the 8th, September the 8th.
That'd work for me.
I'll just be out of town from the 4th to the 12th. So, I mean, I just wouldn't be able to be that one, but it's okay. Unless we have, I was just thinking if we can have it on Monday, could we not just have it the next morning? Or,
Well, we're scheduled to have it on the 7th.
oh,
Which is
yeah,
So,
that's
holiday.
not
so
the
the
first, yeah.
Tuesday would be the 8th.
Yeah, so I can't-
Directly following.
Okay, so y'all can't work around me.
Is everyone else okay with the 8th at regular time, 5:30 workshop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
September the 8th.
Make those notes.
You'll be on a cruise? Oh,
My first vacation since the campaign, so.
I know you're excited. That'll be
You
fun.
deserve it.
All right. Get it locked in. All right, next item on our agenda is we'll recognize Ms. Candace Hill, who's going to come talk to us about the Apple Grant for a traffic study for the Commerce Park.
And this always brings money to the city of Springfield.
I cost a little bit sometimes too, so I'm sorry about that. So many of you are familiar with the Apple studies because I believe that's how the transportation and engineering started for the four-way. And it's the process, it's called, the Apple study stands for Advanced Planning, Programming, and Logical Engineering. It's through, we access it through the Regional Planning Commission of Greater Birmingham. And it's an early stage transportation planning study that's designed to determine improvements are needed at a roadway or intersection before a community spends significant money on engineering and design. So since we're at a point where we know that we eventually will have 4 entrances or into the intersection coming out of the Walmart shopping center, because the road to the Springville Rail Park, or whatever we choose to call it in the long run, will lead right into that intersection, then we want to be sure that we're prepared for it. And we had contacted the Regional Plan Commission of Greater Birmingham. Apple studies are, they provide about $75,000 worth of work for $15,000 cost. And the city of Springville and St. Clair County have been in this together from the beginning, and St. Clair County's agreed to pay half, and Springville, we're hoping will consider paying half also, so that we can get $75,000 worth of work for $7,500. So it's a better deal than it could be. So if y'all have any questions, we're happy to answer those. They're hoping to start within the next couple of weeks, the initial meetings for that, which would be some input sessions, both with city officials and with some public input. I believe that every one of those requires a little bit of public input. Everything that comes through this grant will go through the county commission. And so it'll make it easy administratively. And then also Clay Phillips, the county engineer, he speaks their language. So we're excited that he's willing to take that on also. There's also an opportunity right now, the transportation improvement plan, the applications for that are open right now. And so if we're able to get this done fairly quickly, then there's an opportunity to insert some federal and state dollars in the long run. So that was an exciting timing, because it's not every year that application's open. But if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them or at least get Clay here to answer them.
Did we determine that this study would take into consideration everything from the interstate all the way to US Highway 11, correct, on 23? Didn't we decide that?
I think we did. You don't really know for sure until they start. Obviously, we've got a bridge there. There are some things that are probably larger than this study can handle, but it will make some recommendations, I'm sure, for what our next steps in that area would be.
That intersection, Mr. Tolles talked about it a pretty good bit. That intersection is dangerous. It'd be great if they lay eyes on it and do some sort of studies around there to help us.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll
I agree. I slow down right through
Something
there.
up,
Yeah. Well, if there's anything that I can answer, I'm happy to, but otherwise, if y'all wouldn't mind putting it on your next agenda, that'd be great.
That's great.
Sure.
Thank you, Candace.
Thank you, Candace.
Always
Thank you.
appreciate you.
All right, the next item on our agenda is it says to approve paving to be done prior to September the 30th of 2026, but we've got to bid these out, okay? So I think what Mr. Peoples is suggesting is that these particular roads, we let them out for bid, and once we get those quotes back, we may end up having to have a special called council meeting to potentially approve awarding those bids. We've got the $100,000 from the county that is not been used yet. That needs to be used by the end of September, and it needs to be billed, I believe, by September the 30th. So we need to use that, and I believe we also appropriated right at $100,000 in addition of city funds. Yeah, it should be second page in the packet.
Your agenda.
It's separate.
Oh, there you go.
No, I thought it was.
So I guess what I'm saying is there's a sense of urgency with this $200,000 that we have appropriated from the county and from city funds to get some work done. These are estimated costs for these particular roads based on some of the pricing that Mr. Peoples has gotten recently. So it would be my recommendation that we allow Mr. Peoples to put these out to bid, get the numbers back, and then determine how much we can do with the $200,000. But I also talked with Ms. Lynn. There's some gas tax money that we have access to, so we may be able to do a couple more, but we need to expend that $200,000 first. So
Sounds good. And we got to get it done by end of September.
it has to be billed by September the 30th, I believe, correct, Mr. Peoples?
And Earl, you can get that done? Good, great.
Don't look too excited now.
What happened if we don't go ahead and put a bid out this already, August gone, you gotta get out there September and October, the weather get bad, and we in a fix. Like-
Well,
But
and
our
budget,
fiscal year
yeah,
ends
and
September 30th.
budget constraints, so we need to.
That's one reason we need to get going.
That's right.
But I'll say, I think we've waited a little while on this, but a lot of it has to do with some of those streets downtown that have taken a beating from the four-way stop project and now the sewer efforts, and they're in bad shape. And I think Mr. Peoples made the right decision by waiting until those projects were out of the way before we tried to go in and
And summer's
repave
over
roads,
with,
so.
and his guys, can maybe work towards that, so.
So there may be a week or two there where it's a little hectic, especially with school traffic, but I know that Mr. People does a good job telling the contractors to work around that, so we'll do everything we can.
We got some major paving to do in some of our newer neighborhoods, not I say newer as in like early 2000s, you know, the road I live on, the Ware, is coming off, and it was, you know, it was built the way it was supposed to be built, right? And the city took it in and hadn't been touched since. So I know that my neighbors have said something, and I know that the other neighborhood, I've had phone calls about it too. It's in the same condition. It's just,
I'd still recommend you providing a list of
Yeah.
roads in addition. I think that some of these are the ones that have been in the.
I don't disagree. I'm
Really bad
saying
shape.
that we
got more.
got more.
We've got
We've got
more
some
with
more
this.
paving. We've got,
The road paving is endless. It is
Yeah,
endless.
it's constant.
and we're probably gonna have to
If
figure
we
out
can
a
do
way.
some every year, we should be able to catch up.
I don't know.
I think
One day.
we're gonna
I
have
don't
to
know
borrow.
about that,
I
but
think
we
I think we're
hope.
gonna have to borrow some money. to
That's
catch up.
wishful
We
thinking.
will eventually have to probably do something, go into the bond market or something along those lines. We just, to Mr. Bosworth's point, we've got a lot of neighborhoods that were built in the late 90s, early 2000s. Roads are reaching 25, 30 years old, and you know, they're all going to hit at the same time. So we're going to have to find a way to do some work on some of those and start working them in as well. So
I mean, they're hidden.
definitely not blind to that. Just, it's like, what is it?
We know it's coming.
Eat a cupcake like you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. That's- Try to work through that, so.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I have on the workshop agenda, but I thought it might be a reasonable use of time to talk about a couple of these items on the actual meeting agenda. You'll notice there is a professional services agreement for operating the wastewater treatment plant. We've talked a little bit about that in the past. The fact that I feel like it's a more responsible direction for us to take to hire a firm to run this wastewater treatment plant for us, at least in the beginning, and get our feet set, get through the time frame where ADM will then allow us to file for a waiver, so we don't have to operate it 7 days a week. We can scale back to 5. That'll obviously give us a savings, but if we are non-compliant on certain areas, then that waiver gets pushed back. So I think it's important for us to take advantage of some experience through a professional services agreement. And so that's been provided to you in your packet. We have our second reading of this fire services fees ordinance and a resolution that is associated with that would have to be passed after the ordinance, assuming that you pass the ordinance. Creating a part-time labor position for the police department. This is truly a part-time labor position. Our police chief has a young man who's interested in coming in. He's in high school, but he has a good work ethic, has a desire to be in the police force, and, you know, they could use somebody to help pick up brass around the range. They could use somebody to help clean up, help maintain some equipment. But they're also gonna, as Deputy Chief Strickland told me a little bit ago, they send him home every weekend with a piece of police policy and allow him that opportunity to learn it. I think they found maybe a young man that's interested in a career, and he'd be working, I believe, 1 day a week, on Saturdays.
Athletics on Friday night,
Yeah.
and football and wrestling, and Saturdays is free day. He wants to come in on Saturday.
So,
I went and looked at what they was talking about doing. This is a loss. They had somebody cleaning and it was costing $8,000, she said, a month, so they quit in July. And they
We
got
had,
lots of,
we had a contract with a group. It was $2,800 per month for all the facilities that they cleaned. And I can't give you that list right off the top of my head, but they stopped showing up, and then Stephanie called and reached out, found out that the lady had retired and was no longer with that contractor.
Are
So
we gonna replace the company?
we've been talking about that in department head meetings, trying to determine whether or not, you know, what are some of the departments willing to do in-house and do themselves to save some of that property maintenance money that they expend. But there are some things that they can't do. You know, there are some things that they don't need to do, and we may need to explore the idea of a facilities maintenance.
People say, well, anybody can clean, but that's not really true. It's like anything other profession, you're good at it or not good at it, and I want our buildings to be clean.
They got a lot of space up there to clean too in bathrooms. I walked through and looked today. And so,
Our people all
how
have,
much they gonna be paying this guy to clean? I mean.
He's not,
This guy's not
this is
cleaning.
not, his
I
sole
know
purpose
he's
is
not a
not to
cleaning
clean.
service, but
Yeah.
school, you go to school, you're gonna clean right.
He would work
out.
on Saturdays
Work on
for
Saturday cleaning,
maybe 8 hours.
8 hours,
So he'll be,
every Saturday.
I don't know if it'll be every Saturday.
It might not be every Saturday, but he'll be Saturday,
Pending
six,
availability.
8 hours a day. And he's, like I say, he's not cleaning the entire building, he may mop the floor here or there, and, you know, pick up, like he goes out to the range and cut the grass for it.
You know how much his pay gonna be?
But I believe it was, I think he thought $10 an hour, and that's it for him.
I think it was just 10 an hour. It
I
wasn't
think it's good for a
significant.
teenager.
Yeah,
I think he's more interested in being around the police department and gaining some knowledge and experience. And he was, I think he was honestly willing to do it for free, but
Just like David Benson said, Mr. Benson said, we got a lot of cleaning up there to do. I'm serious. I thought a couple of places
Well,
went down the
this is a
slope
big-
upstairs.
it's a big building.
that is the
building up
trending
there.
conversation in our department head meetings is the cleaning and trying to figure out the route to go. But I do think we're quickly approaching a point where we could justify hiring someone to do facilities maintenance. Somebody who can clean, somebody who can change light bulbs, somebody who
would be
can fix
good.
doors, somebody who can paint walls. Miss Jamie's, the library project, a lot of those items probably could have been done by a facilities maintenance director of some sort. So I think we're quickly getting to that point. It's just making sure we draw the descriptions out and get it where it needs to be as far as pay and.
It surprised me when I went through there and looked at the bathrooms and the floor, looked and pretty clean. I was surprised. Somebody been keeping it up pretty good.
The employees.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said the employees keeping it up, right?
But we're gonna have to figure out what the long-term play is on that, so. We're working on that. Any other questions about that? All right. Next, pretty simple, we got the, award the bid for the frozen treats contract. That's through Parks and Recreations. Once we get into the discussions, we can have Mr. Hopkins address that if we need to. Our resolution for annual transportation plan rebuild, Alabama funds, I think it's pretty standard concept, lays out how we intend to use the funds that were provided, right?
Yeah, that statute requires that annually we adopt a plan on how the funds will be spent. Unfortunately, we don't get enough in a year to do anything. So our resolution basically says that we will continue to accumulate until we have enough funds to do a project.
And they accept that?
Yes.
Okay.
Next up is a resolution for Coosa Valley Water Supply District participant cost, I apologize. It sounds like our expense that we're paying to Coosa Valley Water Authority is gonna go up, what we pay into that, so, Mr. Peoples can address that during the meeting if council wishes to. And then, we have approval for an estimate for striping and wheel stops for the parking lots. I think that was primarily for the sports complex, if I'm not mistaken, so, that'll be in your packet as well to vote on. Those are all those items that we have during our regular meeting. Is there anything else the council would like to discuss?
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to mention that we had our fun run on Saturday. We had, James worked, I worked, and we had 155 runners in it. It was really a big event, and it was absolutely flawless. The police, the fire, of course, Parks and Recreation, everybody did an excellent job. Had a lot of volunteers. I mean, I think this is the best one we've had.
Wow, that's great.
And I was like, thank you, everybody, for coming out and doing that. And that money, I believe, is going to go toward finishing our gate
That'd be
at the
awesome.
sports complex.
Yeah. Do you know how much the amount was that you
I do,
received?
do you know how much y'all raised, Rick?
It'll be around 10,000.
Around 10,000.
Great.
That's great.
Good, it's a good fundraiser.
Well, maybe that gate, if we can get it finished, maybe that'll help deter some of the donuts that are happening in the parking lot. I'm hoping that wheel stops and in the parking lot will help out with some of that, so you don't
Yeah,
have
for sure.
free range to cut donuts as you please, so. Is there anything else?
The red light at the school, they're gonna wait till they open the school before we turn the red light? It's needed now.
Yeah.
And when, and another question, when we gonna get into school? I thought it's gonna be over. Do anybody
Now
know
they're
the reason I'm
saying,
asking this
now they're
question?
You
saying
were-
the,
You were
October.
asking questions
After
that
the
I don't have
fall
answers
break.
to.
And that's why I'm asking you, cause
yeah.
people asking me and I don't have answers.
Well, the most recent update that I have heard has been that it will be towards the end of October or the beginning of November. But I'm,
It's just
which
as-
means
don't have
probably
a-
makes sense for them to wait till after
January.
It
Christmas
almost
break.
does.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
would think
before they
holiday.
turn the red light on when we got cars coming?
No, we're
No.
talking about the opening of
Okay,
the school.
open,
School.
okay.
Yeah, that's not, that ball's not in our court at this point with the red light.
Okay.
I know it's gotta flash red and yellow for so many days,
Yeah,
so I
about
mean,
3 or
it's
4 days like they did at the four-way. So
It's
who
gonna
is
be
in
a while,
charge at the
I think.
county?
It's supposed to flash for a week and they get it on there. They don't have a secondary in that intersection. They're gonna have to set another pole, run secondary down there,
Okay.
and transformers, and they'll turn the light on for a week to flash. And they're supposed to start that hopefully
about 6 months away from that.
this week or next week.
I'll reach out and make some phone calls, see if we can get an update on that, but I assumed they would have it going before school ever even started, but,
That's all. I got it.
anything else from the council? I've got one thing, Mr. Doug Morrison and I went to the Forever Wild quarterly meeting, and we were successful in getting the approval for a first appraisal on the 72.5 acres to the south of what is currently the nature preserve. It's the Bettis property. It's to the north of tell me if I'm wrong, Doug, but it's to the north of the power lines, in between the power lines and the nature preserve. So 72.5 acres. It'll be a first appraisal, and then, assuming that everything goes well with that and the landowners are agreeable to what they're being offered, then it'll move on to, I believe, a second appraisal. Is that correct? Mhm. Sure. So, it's exciting that it went through that process. I think Mr. Morrison went to a previous quarterly meeting and they neglected to vote on anything. So we were glad to see that they took some action this go around. So
Good.
maybe we can add to what we've got as a buffer around that preserve. So, well, with that, we'll call our workshop adjourned. If you want to take just a minute to stretch your legs, we got a few minutes. We're adjourned. If everyone
Don't bother
will,
me.
please rise for our prayer and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to follow. Mr. Hopkins, would you mind leading our prayer?
Okay, let's pray. Father, we have gathered here tonight to represent you as a servant. And Father, we ask tonight that you would guide our steps, our thoughts, and our community. Father, I pray that you would protect this school year. May it be a great school year for the students and the faculty. And Father, I pray that everything that we do would be done to your glory. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Lynn, if you will, please call the roll.
Councilmember Stoll? Here. Councilmember Benson?
Here.
Councilmember Quisnat?
Here.
Councilmember Henry?
Present.
Councilmember Boswell?
Here.
Councilmember Wolf?
Here.
Councilmember Reed?
Here.
Mayor Phillips?
Present. All right. Next item on our agenda is approving the minutes from August the 3rd, 2026. Once you feel like you've had the opportunity to read over those, if I can have a motion in a second to approve those.
Make a motion.
Got a motion from Mr. Wolf,
Second.
a second from Mr. Tolles. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of approving the minutes from August the 3rd, 2026, vote aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? And the ayes have it. Next up, approving our agenda. There's only one item that I feel like we may potentially want to add, and Ms. Hill suggested that we could do it at the next meeting if we'd like, but that's $7,500 that we would pay towards the grant. Would y'all?
Knock it out.
I think that's great.
Let's go ahead and put it on there.
All right, we'll put that as item I. Or do we need it? Do we need a resolution for that, or can we just approve
I think
the
we can just approve.
expense? Okay. All right. Approve grant match. Of, let's say up to $7,500 for the Apple grant study. Or
Yeah.
Apple grant traffic study, yes. All right. Is there anything else I'm missing?
I guess it.
What about the paving? We're gonna put that on now together?
We aren't gonna vote, he's going to get bids on that, and once all those get in, we may actually have a special called council meeting to approve whatever bids the council sees fit when that comes in. So, nothing to vote on with that tonight, just wanted to put that in front of you. All right, anything else? All right, do we have a motion to approve our agenda as amended?
I'll make a
Motion to
motion.
approve is amended.
Second.
We got a motion from Mr. Vincent, a second from Ms. Reeves. Is there any discussion? All those in favor vote aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. We don't have anyone for recognition for comments, nor do we have a consent agenda, so we'll roll right into our resolutions, ordinances, and other. Item A is professional services agreement for operation of our wastewater treatment plant. Ms. Lynn sent that out last week, and we do have this item budgeted for this coming year.
Make a motion to approve, Mayor.
We have a motion from Ms. Reeves,
Second.
and a second from Ms. Henning. Motion and a second. Is there any discussion about the professional services agreement? All those in favor of approving the professional services agreement for operation of our wastewater treatment plant will vote aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? And the ayes have it. Item B is this is the second reading of the ordinance for fire service fees. We had a first reading last meeting, and there were a couple of questions, so maybe those were answered over the 2 weeks, or do we have a motion to approve ordinance for fire service fee? What is this, ordinance number 2026-09?
Make a motion.
Got a motion from Mr. Tolles.
Second.
Second from Mr. Vinson. Motion and a second formally before us. Is there any discussion?
We didn't have to suspend the rules on this one because.
It's a second
Second
reading.
reading.
Second reading.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. All those in favor of approving ordinance number 2026-09 will vote aye, and Ms. Lynn will call the roll.
Councilmember Toles.
Aye.
Councilmember Hudson.
Aye.
Councilmember Quisnap.
Aye.
Councilmember Henning.
Aye.
Councilmember Bosworth.
Aye.
Councilmember Wolf.
Aye.
Councilmember Reeves.
Aye.
Mayor Phillips.
Aye. All right. Next up, this is a resolution that is associated with the ordinance that we just passed. Resolution number 2026
25.
2026 you said 25?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do we have a motion to approve resolution 2026-25?
Motion to approve?
A motion from Mr.
Second.
Vincent, a second from Mr. Wizenhut. With a motion and a second, it's officially before us. Is there any discussion around resolution 2026-25? All those in favor of approving resolution 2026-25 will vote aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? And the ayes have it. All right, next up, item D, this is the creation of that part-time labor position to help out at the police department. Do I have a motion to approve creating that position?
Make a motion.
A motion from Mr. Tolles, a second from Ms. Henning. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of approving the creation of this part-time labor position for the police department, vote aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Item E is a resolution to award our, hold on, these are a little bit out of order, I think. I don't have that one, Miss Lynn, I don't think.
Should be, this sheet.
Here, can I borrow yours? It's okay. All right, so resolution number 2026-27, right?
26.
26. All right. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 2026-26?
I make that motion.
Got a motion from Ms. Reeves. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second from Ms. Henning. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of resolution 2026-26 to award the bid for frozen treats as a snack concession, vote aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? And the ayes have it. All right, item F, this is the resolution for the annual transportation plan rebuild Alabama funds, resolution 2026-27. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 2026-27?
Motion.
Got a motion from Mr. Wolf. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Bosworth. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of approving resolution 2026-27, vote aye. Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. All right, next up is resolution 2026-28. This is a resolution establishing the fixed amount, the district variable charge, and the operating expenses for fiscal year 2026-2027 for Coosa Valley Water Supply District. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 2026-28?
Make that motion.
A motion from Ms. Henning. So I have a second. I mean, Ms. Reeves, I'm sorry. I have a second from Mr. Tolles. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of approving resolution 2026-28 will vote aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. All right, item H is approve an estimate for striping and wheel stops for the parking lots, the park parking lots. Now, this quote that you were given prior to the meeting is for the soccer fields at $14,890. That is for layout and striping of 386 parking spots. But Mr. Hopkins told me he received a quote today to stripe the parking lot that was tarred and gravelled behind the baseball field. I received word from the county that the back portion of that parking lot may not need to be striped yet because it seems to be sinking and pumping. It's not staying firm. But they seem to feel like 60 to 75% of the front could be striped. So I would say that we include that in as an up to the $1,600 for 166 parking spaces, along with the $14,890. So,
1,600 more?
yes, up to $1,600 for that one. Do I have a motion to approve the estimate for striping and wheel stops for the parking lots?
Motion.
And a motion from Mr. Wolf, a second from Mr. Wizenhut. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of approving the estimate for striping and wheel stops for the parking lots, vote aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Our next up, item I, is the approval for the grant match up to $7,500 for the Apple grant traffic study associated with the Commerce Park. I have a motion to approve that up to $7,500.
Motion.
And a motion from Mr. Bosworth,
Second.
second from Ms. Henning. Is there any discussion? All those in favor of approving the grant match up to $7,500 associated with the Apple grant traffic study for the Commerce Park will vote aye. Aye. All those opposed? And the ayes have it. All right. On to the mayor's report. I spoke a little bit about the Forever Wild meeting that Mr. Morrison and I attended. It was a great success, good opportunity to meet some new people. And we're pleased with the result from that meeting. I guess the next thing I would address is the fact that we had our comprehensive plan kickoff meeting where we met with the Birmingham Regional Planning Commission of Greater Birmingham today to kind of get an understanding for how that process is going to go. We're going to have a lot of public input sessions. So when these items start rolling out, there's going to be surveys associated with this. There'll be opportunities for people to come in and see presentations. Our residents have the opportunity to give input. And I think it's important that as those items start to hit, that we share it, that we encourage our people to get out and make their input known. We won't have our first public meeting, I think we decided, until, I think it was going to be October. I'll have to go back and look at my. Yeah. But we'll get information out about that. But there will be surveys, online surveys that they can take beforehand so we can understand, so that the Planning Commission can understand existing conditions and get a feel for where people in the community feel like Springville needs to go in the future, so that when they come to that first input session, they'll have some things put together for that. So, but that's all I have on the mayor's report. So just be on the lookout for those public input opportunities and the survey, and be sure to share that with your residents within your district. Is there anything else from the council?
Mayor, I just want to mention that the budget that you all got, the budget committee worked really hard on it. Mr. Lloyd especially, want to give a thanks out to him for coming and doing it on his own time and giving a lot. It was really nice to have a finance person
Yes.
involved in all this. It's something that we've really missed having. So I know that Ms. Lynn wants y'all all to bring that back next time when you come back, so we don't have to go through the process committee. But review it, and if you got any questions, let us know, please.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you, Lynn, for all your hard work.
Lynn,
as-
thank
as
you.
usual.
Couldn't do it without Lynn. Couldn't do it without Lynn.
I
So.
couldn't.
Anything else from the council? All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion?
We got a motion from Mr. Vinson,
Second?
second from Ms. Reeves. All those in favor of adjourning, vote aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it.